That's right. It is in progress. Welcome to the podcast. What's the odds with Steve Renazizi? It's me. I'm joined by Lucas and Brenton. As always, it's November 10th, 2021. And I want to start off by saying thank you to everybody who came to Houston. Nope. I was not, although my mom wrote me in the morning on Saturday morning. She said, "Are you okay?" I said, "I don't know what you're talking about." I said, "Skankfest is amazing." She says, "Oh, okay. I thought you were at the Astroland thing. There was another festival in Houston. It wasn't the Astroland. It was Skankfest, and we had a blast. And we didn't kill anyone. I don't think that the body tally has not been submitted yet, but we over under at least one overdose on fentanyl during the but we didn't get any. Yeah, Ari and I put up a strong prediction of at least one. So if you took the under, you won again this time, but not at Astroland. Nope, you would have lost big time. So it was an awesome experience, and what I love about it is there's the fans that are there. They have such, there's only 2,000 tickets I think they sell to these things, but the fans that are there, they have such access to, like, we walk around with all the people and hang out with everyone, you know, because we got to get from place to place. And so they can come right up and talk to you and take a picture or whatever, which is great. And none of them were dicks about it. And even if they went as far as, like, if they saw like me talking to Shane Gillis or someone, you know, that they're like, oh, these people haven't seen each other in a long time. They were like, they would hang back. They wouldn't interrupt. As soon as the conversation naturally broke up and you started to walk away, "Hey, Steve, can I grab a picture?" "Yep, sure, no problem." So it was fucking awesome. It really is. It was a great time. I did the naked roast.
Did you actually get naked, Steve?
Yeah. The judges
completely naked, Speedo. What are you
no
wearing?
Completely nude. I wore socks and shoes and a hat because the lights. Yeah, and I'm not walking around Skankfest barefoot. I'd rather, you know, what I mean. Please.
There's nothing creepier than a naked man with a hat on.
Well, how about this? How about three naked men with hats on? I looked over at one point, the judges table. It was this comedian, Parra, I think it's John Parra from New York, myself, and Jason Ellis from, you know, Sirius XM, and all three of us are sitting there completely naked with hats on, just staring at each other like, whoops. It was fun. I mean, that was fun. The whole thing was fun, beginning to end. We had a fucking blast. It was good to run into Brian Holtzman, who I haven't seen in fucking forever, who just filmed a special, I believe, last night or 2 nights ago.
Yeah, Monday night.
Yeah.
And I heard it went great. So he was like the talk of the festival, dude. As far as like being around like someone who I've rarely, I mean, at the store he's revered, but like we know everyone at the store, but like seeing on foreign grounds, outside grounds, and everyone just going like, people like, "Can I get a picture? Can I get an autograph?" And he's like giving stickers to everyone. He's got the Holtzman stickers and stuff. It's wonderful to see, like, just having him get the I don't know, admiration that he probably doesn't even care about, but that he really deserves it. So it was fucking.
He's our Dangerfield, man. They love him in Texas. I was there for 2 months, and like he can really do no wrong there. He could fucking kill somebody. I think they love Holtzman in Texas.
I watched him perform. Listen to this. All right. So Gilbert Gottfried, I did a show with Gilbert Gottfried, and Gilbert is a treasure because Gilbert is still as funny. Like, he's still, the windups are very long, but the punchlines are always fucking hilarious, and you have no idea where it's going. So I completely enjoy every moment I ever get a chance, especially now when you start to see these comedians. Like, a lot of them are so humble, they won't even tell you when they're sick, when they're close to death, when they're sick. So now it's just like, any chance you get a chance to see a good comedian that you really love, fucking treasure it. So I'm watching Gilbert, and it was fucking awesome because Gilbert is hilarious still, but he, you know, it takes a while to get around. He's a little feeble, you know, he's a little slow. There were some stairs, this and that. So, you know, he doesn't have a walker or anything, but we were all sitting there watching, me and Ari and Kurt Metzger and Holtzman. We're all watching Gilbert. We're laughing, right? And after he's done, we're all hanging out. Like two or three comics later, it's Holtzman's turn. And he gets up there, and the first thing out of his mouth is he's like, he does a joke or two. And, Holtzman takes a second for people to get a palate, even if you're a fan of him, And he goes, "Oh, what do you want me to come up here? Shake around? Can't get around. Gilbert, you want Gilbert back up here? Get out of the way. Get out of the fucking way." He goes, "I see them on planes with their walkers. Get out of the way." And it just erupted the crowd. I mean, everybody. I'm like, this guy who we all were just talking about, we revere so much. Holtzman goes up there and shits all over him. But the only reason it goes so well is because he's just another person that we revere so much. So it was that kind of weekend. There's no industry. There's no like, oh geez, I hope I fucking get this, or I hope I have to have lunch with this person. It's like, it's just a fucking comedy festival. So yeah, it was really, really fun. But I think I hit it too hard because I don't know what it is to traveling, whatever, but I think I threw my back out again. Like I almost moved this today because I got my electric stimulation going on right now, super high. So I'm just taking it easy. I was going to go play golf tomorrow, but I'm not going to now. Oh God. I'm turning it up. It feels like my butthole pinches a little bit when I turn it up. Have you guys ever used these 10s before?
No, we're still young and in great shape.
Yeah, I got a good back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Look at everyone here bragging about, Lucas, about your Midwestern fucking Cornhusker back.
Yep.
Indestructible. Picking up hay and cheese your whole fucking life.
Lift with the legs.
I lift with my legs. But I'm telling you right now, we're not back to like where we were. I don't think we're all the way there.
That's good, because that was bad.
But she tightens up, and I have to listen to her a little bit, especially with the cold weather. I got traded, so now I have a new sort of climate I've got to get adjusted to, my body adjusted. So
are you doing yoga or stretching or anything?
You know what? I haven't been doing that. I've been getting straight out of the bed and then like moving boxes, doing shit. I'm a man. I've got kids, so I've got to shape their lives, form them as humans, which, that kind of molding takes heavy lifting. So, and I also think I don't know. I can't sit on a plane for more than like 40 minutes now at a time. I've been doing a lot of sleeping on the planes. That's no good. Not good at all, because I feel like that's what it is. I got 10 more years of traveling, I think, in me before I got to hang them up. I have basically, I'm like Eli Manning's back right now. Right after the last Super Bowl. It's all downhill from here.
Get the tour bus going, dude.
You can lounge on a tour bus.
Mm-hmm.
It's either get the tour bus going or the private plane going. One or the other. Either that or just hang them up. No, but I don't know. It'll be fine. I got my thing on. I'm doing all right. I just turned it up a little bit more. But again, what a difference a week makes. Physically, I felt great last week. Now I'm not so much, but I had such a great experience at Skankfest. Last week, Aaron Rodgers was sort of a piece of shit, lying to everyone. And now this week he's like, hey, it's not a big deal. I'm cool. You guys are cool. We're fine. They find me, blah, blah, blah. I'm probably not going to win an MVP, but here we go. I'll go right back at it. And probably we're going to get Odell Beckham Jr., so he's fine. We thought the Bills were the best team in football, possibly, definitely in the AFC, but possibly in football. Now they just lost to the worst in a game that could have been played in a European field in Krakow under European football rules. Same score. So I don't know who should be embarrassed more. The Bills, the fact that I'm looking at another back problem, or the fact that or is it Frank Gore, who's 58 years old and is going to go fight on the Logan Paul? So it's like
wouldn't, but I would not bet against Frank Gore.
Me neither.
He's gonna knock that guy out.
Yes, he will. Old dudes that still think they can fight. I'm not talking about Nate Robinson, like Herschel Walker. He can still fight. That dude's an MMA fighter. And I believe that Frank Gore will still beat the shit out of that guy, Deron Williams. I mean, who knows? Who knows? But the basketball point guards have not fared well in these celebrity matches. Let's start with the Bills, please. Can we? Shall we? Should we?
All right.
It's a disaster, guys.
I'm the.
Who's the better Josh Allen? The guy that got what?
Let me start. Neither of you watched the game, right?
No.
Okay, I did, and I can tell you that they just didn't show up. They didn't get off the plane. They didn't play. They had no heart. Josh Allen, our Josh Allen, would make a mistake, wouldn't say anything to anyone, would just go back and sulk on the sideline. So they were out of that game. It was 6-6 at halftime. They were out of it from basically the first drive. It was a huge letdown. There were too many penalties. The defense, however, played great, as they have been. The offense just didn't show up. There's offensive line problems. They need to get situated. They have a couple of injuries. We need people to get healthy. But we're not panicking. They're fine. They played the Jets this week. Watch them take it out on the Jets. They're angry.
Can I say something right now before we're not even going to get into the picks yet? Are you as anxious about this game? Is this a playoff game for you? Oh, this is not a playoff game.
No. What this is we're going to find out this week.
What?
We're going to find out if they are, in fact, a contender and they can mentally handle the situation of being the team with the target on their back, or if they're just going to be another decent team that maybe makes the wild card or wins their division but loses in the first or second round. They're going to come out. They're going to kick the shit out of the Jets. They're going to get right.
Just to put a little hole in every team has a target on their back when they play the Jaguars. Why? Because the Jaguars are the worst team in football. So every team is better than them.
But the Bills are in a situation where everyone's saying this is the best team, so everyone's going to want to play them at their best.
I get
it. The Bills are going into Jacksonville like it's the Jaguars, and they shouldn't have done that. You can't do that in the NFL. That's what they did, and they lost. But you know what? You're going to say the Titans are the best team in the AFC. They also lost to the Jets. So it happens. If they lose this week to the Jets, then I'll be nervous. Then I'll start panicking. They'll be 5-4. The Patriots could be tied with them for the lead.
Tied with them for the lead. Then so that exactly. So I'll go back to my original question.
We're not worried right now.
Is it and is that just because of the opponent? Because it's the Jets. If you were playing, let's say, the Bengals this week, right? A team that you Jekyll and Hyde, you don't know who the fuck is showing up. Would you be more nervous than the Jets?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you for finally someone with some brains weighing in on this thing here.
Again, you guys didn't watch the game. There were a couple of issues that can be easily corrected, and then they'll go back to looking like the team that goes and beats
Brenton.
40-0.
I have watched enough football in my life.
But you didn't
to not have to watch a 9-6 game to know what the fuck happened here.
Watch the game.
It was 9-6, Brenton.
Me
there were 5 field goals
when you didn't see it.
5 field goals scored in the whole game. What the fuck did I miss? What did I miss?
You missed some
besides good football.
You missed some bad penalties. You missed Cole Beasley dropping a key pass. You missed offensive line injuries. But the defense was stout. The defense looked good.
Was the officiating that bad? I've read how bad the officiating was. Was it really?
It was pretty bad. I mean, some of the penalties were penalties, but there were a few that were like, why was that? There was a call that was reversed. It was initially like a roughing on the Jags receiver. I don't remember if it was Chenault or whoever on Tre'Davious White. And then for whatever reason, they reversed it and said it's on Tre'Davious White now.
What were the spreads last week?
And throwing him to the ground.
What was the spread of that game?
I think it was like 14.5.
14.5, Brenton.
And I think we bought the half point to get off the hook.
Thank God we did. Thank God, man. What a wise investment on our behalf. Dude,
well, I mean, we were wrong.
You are trying to sugarcoat a shit pile sandwich, man. You have a fucking problem on your hands.
Steve,
and it's time you start to panic like a true New York sports fan.
It happened in week 9. It didn't happen in week 17.
Bro,
if it happens in week 17, then you panic. This is something that can bring the team together. This is an embarrassment. We're never letting this happen again. And they can get hot and they can play like we've seen them play. And when that game comes together, there isn't a team in the NFL that's going to be able to keep up with them.
Well, there might not be a week 17 if you don't start week 9 and 10.
Their defense still was incredible. Much improved from last year.
Their offense, They held the other team to 3 field goals. Great job. What a great job. They've held the worst team in football to 3 field goals. Congratulations. A football coach who dry humps co-eds on the side and a quarterback who's played his 9th football game in his life and professionally. And you guys, what a great job, dude. Congratulations.
It was a great job.
Good luck against Tom Brady. That guy's only been in the NFL for 450 years. So I look.
Not panicked.
That's fine.
This week will be interesting. We'll see how they respond, and then we can determine what kind of team this is going to be.
I cannot wait till it is 10-3 Jets at halftime, and that will be the first time I will text you. That will be the first time. 10-3 at halftime. Jets over the fuck. Mike White is doing great, and
I don't know if Mike White's playing.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Sam Shepard, Sam Elliott. You could put Sam Elliott back there with his mustache, and he will be winning 10-3 at halftime. And you will. I'm telling you right now, dude. The worst thing that could have ever happened is that you guys kept the Patriots within breathing distance. That's all. The man is a he needs to be the bad guy, Belichick, and now he could be the underdog and the bad guy. Oh my God. Watch out, dude. Watch out. And for some reason, if he can witch doctor, mumble his way into talking Odell Beckham into coming there, which I don't think is the good fit for him, but I could see the attractiveness. A good, solid defense that the coach will take care of. They've won more games than anybody. He wants to go to a winning situation, more games than anyone in the last, whatever years. And he will be the number 1 receiver there. If that happens, well, you don't press the panic button, but it's going to get crazy. And I don't think you're going to be happy with the end.
No, I kind of want to see it happen because I don't think it's Belichick that corrects these head cases. I think it was Tom Brady. Just look at Antonio Brown.
Yeah.
He didn't.
I don't think he ends up with the Patriots. But
no, he's going to go to the Packers, and if he doesn't go to the Packers, he'll go to the Saints or the Ravens. Or not the Ravens.
Seahawks too.
Ravens, but the Raiders, I meant to say. The Ravens are also an option.
Why would you go the Raiders?
The Raiders,
because they need a receiver and they could offer a lot of money. If these other teams in winning situations
time out. Do you hear what you just said? They need a receiver. You didn't even like go to why they need a receiver. They need a receiver because their receiver killed someone.
We talked about this.
Their head coach. But I'm saying now you want to add the spice that is Odell Beckham Jr. to this fucking pot, bro. That's like saying, Ronnie from the Jersey Shore needs to go on Love Island. It's like, we know what the man's capable of, okay? Let's not add him to this fucking mixture of shit. So, I think it would be good. Derek Carr's a great pocket passer who will sit there and get him the ball. He doesn't mind.
He's a deep threat, and Derek Carr doesn't have a deep threat currently. That was Ruggs.
What is Odell Beckham's Jr.? What is Odell Beckham Jr.'s dad gonna do with his video work when with the situation going on over there? I think it's going to be, you got to go to Green Bay. You got to go to Seattle. You need Aaron Rodgers or
but
Russell
you also
Wilson.
need these teams to want to sign him.
Who the fuck would not want? Look,
a lot of people wouldn't want to sign him. First of all, he's past his prime. Okay, fine. He hasn't been relevant since 2013.
Okay.
He's had decent games, but he hasn't put a season together since then.
Fine.
So now you're bringing in this drama to a team that is already on the path to make the playoffs. Maybe Seattle, but do they want to take on that drama? And they already have a good receiving core.
Dude, here's what. Okay, he has 8 games left to be able to prove himself for a long-term contract next year to go, hey, I am still an elite receiver in this league, right? Now, you don't think that a team like the Green Bay Packers or Seattle would go, oh, we'd love the services of a great, when he is right, he is right. His best quarterback that's ever thrown in the football is Eli Manning. If I'm him and I'm Pete Carroll and or the what's his name, LaFleur and I think my guy's a little bit better than Eli Manning. Eli Manning's, Eli Manning. But I think Russell Wilson and certainly Aaron Rodgers is better than Eli Manning. Let's see what the hell could happen if this guy's throwing the ball.
Yeah, but
for a limited amount of money. It's not going to be a thing where you got to pay him a lot.
But Odell is coming off of a big injury last year. I think maybe they'll bring him out to work him out, and we'll see, because they've seen the tapes on him. They've seen what he's been doing. They might not be interested.
Dude,
again,
I'm telling you right now.
He's not as elite as he thinks he is.
I'm just saying right now, I know Russell Wilson would love to look at one end and see DK Metcalf and at the other end, Odell Beckham. I know that I'm sure Aaron Rodgers would like to go, okay, there's Devonta Adams and there's Odell Beckham. Yeah, I'm looking at Randall Cobb.
But that's
so
not
what?
That's not how that offense works in Green Bay.
Yeah,
he doesn't need a second guy. They've never had a number 2 receiver in Green Bay in the last 5-6 years. Rodgers just focuses on Adams, and when it's not Adams, it's Jones, and that's that offense.
You need playmakers in different positions to be able to, and options, and especially in the playoffs when everybody just focus, when it's chess and now it's like I'm making corrections, you're making corrections, this and that. You don't think Odell Beckham, look at Tom Brady was great because he got protected and he had a million weapons to throw to. He had options all over the place. He had playmakers wherever he looked. It helps. Trust me. It helps. I have played.
Too much weight's being put on his name. Too much weight's being put on his name. He made it a spectacular catch a decade ago, and people are holding on to that.
I'm not saying he's going to win anyone a Super Bowl. This is a guaranteed fucking, you're not getting, but it's definitely help. It's help for sure.
Character matters, though.
I would love if he went to the Giants. We'd take him back. Come on back.
You have too many mediocre receivers right now.
Hey, man, you can't talk shit if you didn't win in the state of New York last week. Okay. How about that?
We didn't win in the game was in Jacksonville. Again, you didn't even watch the game.
It doesn't matter.
He was in Jacksonville.
The New York State teams that won are the only people who are allowed to speak right
There's
now.
only one New York State team. Your team's play in Jersey.
We are representative of the New York State population. It's the New York Giants.
Your team's like Hillary. Hey, I'm going to run for office. I'm a New Yorker now. No,
speaking of that,
you're not truly a New York.
Put a pin in this argument for a second. Lucas, you got me hooked on this impeachment. My God. Thank God I got a bad back. That could be a reason why, dude. I'm 4 episodes in. Magical, bro. Magical.
Yeah.
Can't get enough of it. Can't get enough of Paula Jones's nose. Can't get enough of what's her name is Linda Tripp.
Sarah
everyone, dude. I can't even remember the name of the guy that plays Bill Clinton. I know he's an English actor.
Owen?
Clive
Clive
Owen.
Owen.
That's it. Yeah. Sexy ass Clive Owen. Fucking beautiful black man. What's his name? Is Vernon Jordan, dude. Everyone is fucking.
Oh, Blair Underwood.
Blair Underwood,
Yeah.
dude. These guys, Clive Owen and Blair Underwood, used to be panty dropper names. Now they're playing fucking Bill Clinton and fucking Vernon Jordan. Can you believe that? Like Vernon Jordan's probably like, God damn, what a great man I am. Dude, it's awesome. Thank you. That's been fucking sweet.
Gladly. Yeah.
Good call on that. Where were we? The Giants are the best team in football. It's a fucking miracle that we won. I couldn't believe. I wasn't not that we won, but we looked pretty decent for a decent amount of the game. That's what I will say. And there weren't as many fuck ups as usual. So we looked like a competitive team that could win 6, 7, 8, maybe even dare I say 10 games in a season. Well,
not 10 games. Look, I think you have
not this
talent.
year, but
I think you have talent on the field, but I think mentally they don't know how to win yet. And your coach hasn't figured out how to make them believe that they're going to win games.
Well,
but you have a solid defense. Your team
we're
plays
surprised.
with heart.
Everyone is
your team
surprised
plays
when
with a
they
lot
win.
of heart every week, but they don't know how to win. Same with the Vikings. They're in the same situation. You just don't know how to close games and win.
The fan base is surprised when they win. People are shocked.
Yeah, there's not that winning culture.
I got it in the cab. I mean, in the Uber on the way back from the airport on Sunday, and the guy's like, the Giants are winning. It was like the new breaking news. The Giants are winning. I was like, we put the game on. I couldn't believe it. The Giants are winning. That and then the fact that the Cowboys got blanked. I don't know what I was more happy about.
That was ridiculous. Dak just didn't play well until the last 2 drives when it didn't matter.
I mean, this could be. Thank God, you guys should be thanking your lucky stars that they played as poorly. The only reason the light is not on you guys losing 9-6 to, I dare I say, the worst team in football, but the fact that the fucking Cowboys got blanked by a Denver team that, I mean, they were talking about trading Teddy Bridgewater, 5 days before that game?
Mm-hmm.
So that was like, whoa. That was more surprising to me than anything. The Giants winning or even the Bills losing. What is going on? I mean, I didn't really watch that game either, but is Dak Prescott look hurt?
No,
what?
He just
timeout. Also, what happened to Inside the NFL on Showtime?
It's not there.
Yeah, no. I don't know.
It's not there anymore. Where is it?
But I watched.
That was my recap show of the week.
That show's been on forever.
I have not watched the entire Denver Dallas game yet, but I can tell you, like, Dallas's offense just didn't get going until the last 2 drives. But once they got going, it was like, oh, okay, yeah. If they had been playing like this the whole game, it would be 50-40.
I was positive it's because Brett Ernst was talking so much shit. Well, not really.
Possibly. Dak looked really off. And that's probably because he wasn't playing for the last 2 weeks or so. So I think they'll be fine going forward, but their defense is still an issue. So teams can score on them very easily. It's just, if you can stop Dak, if you can do what Denver did to Dak for 3.5 quarters, then Dallas is going to be a very bad football team because their defense isn't stopping anybody. They have 2 good players. That's it.
Their defense is much better than it was.
It's much better than it was, but that's still not saying much. They were atrocious last year.
Micah Parsons, Randy Gregory, and what's the Trayvon
Diggs. Diggs.
I mean,
okay, but you need 11 guys, Steve.
I know, but you got a secondary, a linebacker.
Their secondary is not good. Their secondary is not good. Throw away from Diggs, and who are you stopping? So they can be scored on. It was Teddy 2 gloves. Denver's offense has looked so like bland and boring this whole year, and they put up 40 against Dallas on the road.
Denver's, I mean, they're another Jekyll and Hyde.
Yeah.
They got Judy back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Judy was pretty good.
He's back?
Judy's back.
He did look good?
Yeah, he looked pretty good.
Damn, dude. I got to go look. I think I saved him on the injured reserve.
Javonte Williams, if they would just sit Melvin Gordon down, Javonte Williams cannot be stopped. I would encourage you to go watch clips of him just running over people. That guy is a beast. He gets like 11 carries a game, but he gets 120 yards every time.
Do you think that the Tennessee project, that is this running back by committee, is
it's not sustainable?
Well,
it worked this week. It worked this week, but teams are going to figure out pretty quickly how to stop them because Derrick Henry was that whole offense. That's like saying, can Seattle win enough games to win the Super Bowl with Geno Smith? You need Derrick Henry to have that team complete. And again, their defense is not very good. Matt Stafford had a really bad game.
Yeah, well, he's I mean, doing very, very well under that offense. I think they are still the best team in
I would agree. They played poorly, but Tennessee is the best team in the AFC right now, but we're in week 10. So we circle back week 17. It's going to be a completely different picture. They have the benefit of playing in the worst division in football. I mean, maybe even worse than your division. But teams are going to figure them out.
Your division leader could be 5-4 next week, so don't fucking shit all over the A.
Still more wins than yours.
Well, barely. Jordan Love, the Jordan Love experiment, not as good as I thought anyone thought was. Oh man, dude.
Oh boy, I think Rodgers has.
That's what I'm saying. That's why Aaron Rodgers is like, what a difference a week makes. Everybody hated me last week, and now everyone it's like, what? What was that? You want to go back and watch the game again? Highlights? Oh, okay. He's like, I may
doing
be
his
back. I may not.
double
on
check
Sunday.
dry hump right now. I mean, you coddle that guy for 3 seasons and then you put him out there against, again, one of the worst defenses in football, and he just looks so bad.
And I hate to say it, it was a lot of the throws. The throws were behind, and the receivers didn't really ever sell him out in the fact of being like, shrugging their shoulders or throwing their arms up. But you could tell the body language wasn't great after some of these misses, especially those timing routes. I'm not saying that you don't get a chance to, but you had a week to work. It wasn't like you got thrown in there the last second. So you had a week to work with them. And on top of that, you've had 3 years in the system to kind of get a sense of, looking at them. What do they do? Even if you're not the one throwing the ball, you see the routes that they run and how they run them. So for that performance was very like, so I think the leverage completely shifted back to Mr. Rogers, which is crazy. But, if I'm him, I maybe hang him out to dry one more week. Throw Jordan Love out there against the Seahawks. See how that works out for him. They could lose both those games.
Yeah, Rodgers might walk around licking toilet seats just to make sure he tests negative again.
I'm immunized from everything. Yeah. So,
but, by the way, sorry, I mean,
no, go ahead.
But how the hell does Rodgers get a $14,000 fine for COVID protocols violating them? And then CeeDee Lamb gets a $20,000 fine for not tucking his fucking jersey in last week.
Because nobody could die from Aaron Rodgers just going out there and possibly spreading this communicable disease where people have died from. But if CeeDee Lamb's shirt's untucked, it doesn't look nice in the Cowboys uniform.
That and the NFL is so inconsistent with
Plus,
everything.
We're paying to see, that dick and ass, and people pay to see those tight pants. They want to see the fucking, the moose knuckle in the back end. So, hello. You're hurting the brand.
Finish after we watched the Monday Night Football first half with the Patreon members? Did you finish the second half of that game?
No, I went to sleep.
There was a taunting penalty that was so incredibly bad. And then on top of that, the ref threw like a hip check into the guy while he's walking back to the sideline. It's the most bizarre thing, but they called him for taunting. He's inside the hash marks after he gets his first career sack as a Bear, I think, and he had been cut by the Steelers in the preseason, and he just stares at the sideline, doesn't say anything at all, and they call him for taunting, and it was supposed to be a punt, and it sets up the Steelers with a first down, and ultimately the Bears got the ball back and were able to score and go ahead, but it completely shifted the game, and the taunting penalties this year are so stupid.
I was happy. Well, I was surprised to see how close the score was, when I woke up on Tuesday. But yeah, it was. I didn't see any of the highlights from the second half. I mean, look, the plays, the calls, whatever. I know you were bitching about the Bills calls before. The ones that stand out, the ones that are like at their own discretion, like the taunting and stuff like that, they got to do away with those. Like, it's either got to be completely like over the line where you're like, this is everyone in the world would be, understand my thought on this, or just fucking let them do what they want to do.
Yeah.
This is how they want to play anyway.
The NFL needs to understand this is a show. They're doing wrestling moves after they get sacks. They're doing celebrations. The entire defense on a fumble
defense does
run
celebrations.
to the How is that not taunting? This guy literally made a sack against the team that said, we don't want you. You're not good enough. And all he did was stand up and stare at the sideline, not say anything, didn't look at anybody specifically, just stood there for like 3 or 4 seconds. And apparently that was a second too long, and that was 15 yards and completely affected the game. And you'd also get a kick out of this. The Bears drive down the field and score and tie the game with like 1:40 left or whatever it was. And Brian Greasy goes, oh, they should go for 2 here.
Yeah.
You have a better chance of going for 2 here than kicking the extra point. The dumbest fucking thing. You just need to go up by 1. It's not like you're going to be able to get 3 points. And he's going, oh, they should go for 2.
I mean, moron.
They're the worst.
Yeah. Well, he's particularly bad. He's
back Booger. Booger might have said dumb stuff, but he was entertaining and he was our Booger.
Very much so. Very, very much so. And I told you, they've ruined this thing with the whole Manning cast, because it's much more interesting to do that. They made it a fucking, a nighttime program with guests and shit like that.
Yeah.
I don't know when the next time the Mannings are doing it. Would you be a guest on the Manning? Because obviously there's a curse that's true and valid now. I mean, it's been proven. I don't believe in this stuff, but it's proven.
Yeah.
Josh Allen was a guest last week, and he truly, I mean, not the Josh Allen that performed real well, the Jacksonville corner, Josh Allen.
Defensive end,
sorry. The one that was terrible on Sunday. That Josh Allen. You know, you're a quarterback.
Yes.
Anyway.
He'll be fine. He'll be fine, and he'll go on a tear, and he'll win MVP this year. And they'll
that's
still
not going to happen.
We'll see.
Did you see how the MVP odds shifted from last week to this week? They went from like, Josh Allen was like, and now it's Tom Brady's number one for MVP.
Yeah, we'll see.
It's
only week 10, Steve.
Well,
we have 18 weeks of regular season football this year. There is half the season to go.
Do you guys have anything non football related before we start to move to another subject? I just want to look at
I did find that.
Go ahead.
No, well, this is kind of, we'll pray. Okay, so have you heard about this Tanya Harding situation in the European Women's Soccer League that's going on right now?
Wait, I thought she was a figure skater.
No, she was, but there's a similar situation here. Can you enable screen sharing? Where this Paris midfielder had her teammate whacked in the legs with an iron bar by two hitmen and was arrested today.
No way. So wait, what?
Yes.
Hold on. She had her teammate hit in the leg?
Yes. She was arrested today in connection with hiring two hitmen who were masked and pulled this starting midfielder out of her car, attacked her legs with an iron bar for 2 minutes, and then escaped the scene.
Whoa. How old is this woman? This girl? Is a girl, right?
Yes. The woman that attacked her, the backup, she's 26. I believe the starter is only 21.
So, yeah. So now, by the way, she might not have even heard of Tanya Harding. Do you think that she's like, I have this great idea. I've come up with this great idea. I'd like to hire these two guys. I may know them, I may not, but I'm going to hire them. And then she told them, and they were like, great. You want us to pull the Tanya Harding? And she's like, I don't know what that means, but whatever, if it's what I just told you. And then they did it. I mean, could she have known, or do you think she was like, I need a Tanya Harding here, so this is the only way to get rid of this bitch? Because if it is, that's pretty, it's pretty hack.
Yeah, it really is.
It really is pretty hack. But if it isn't, if she just thinks she truly came up with this, then it's glorious. Then it's great, because now it's like, well, at least we know there's a surefire way to get rid of your fucking best player on your team that works every time, dude. Works every time.
Yeah, and who knows?
Is the woman okay?
Yeah, is she playing?
No, I mean, she has she's missed how many games?
But is she going to recover? She's not like paralyzed,
she's
right?
She's going to recover. No, she's going to recover.
Right. Okay.
She's taken the hospital with stitches. But
damn.
She's missed one game. She missed Tuesday's game. Yeah,
this is like Black Swan.
Hopefully there's a Margot Robbie movie in a few years about it.
Did the guys go to jail? The guys go to jail, right?
Yes.
Yeah, they go to jail.
Yes.
And they're like, what would he do? What? We just following orders. I mean,
and then yeah,
I'm sad for the. No, go ahead.
Well, this Dalvin Cook situation, which I'm reading about right now, this is all sorts of fucked up too. Like, this is messed up.
Wait, what?
I only saw one picture.
All right, so Dalvin Cook is being accused of abuse from November of 2020, and his girlfriend, I mean, she just looks terrible. And then there's an Instagram message that she screenshotted where he pretty much admitted to hitting her. So it's all sorts of ugly.
Yeah, get ready. I mean, I'm just saying, it's like everything is everywhere now. If it's out there, they are going to find it. And this is not going to be this is now a weekly thing.
Yeah.
We weekly report on shit that's going on, not just in football, but in all sports and stuff. That's how it is. if we are going to, if this is the entertainment, if this is truly entertainment, then people want to know, or they believe they have the right to know whenever these guys act up or whenever these people act up. And fucking A, dude, they're going to do it. They're not going to stop. I don't know what people think they're curbing behaviors with fucking months of let's all wear pink. It's like, it ain't working. So, I don't know how you go about it. Code of conduct, losing jobs, whatever it is, but it ain't, whatever you have right now ain't working, because we're doing this every fucking week. Yeah, no, I saw one picture of the girl and I was like, oof, this doesn't look good. It does never, it's terrible, but yeah, it sucks. Dalvin Cook. What did he say? He's not guilty.
He's saying that he was abused. So he's saying that she came into his house, without his consent, punched and maced him, and then held him hostage at gunpoint. And she's saying he attacked her with a broom.
Well, that's a horse of a different color.
Yeah.
And but here's also point a gun in my head. I don't really care about what the photographic evidence of you looks like after. I'm just saying, anybody. And that's me being non-gender. If you, them, him, her, you break into my house with a gun and point it at me or a family member, it's going to be bad. So if that's what happened, then that's one thing. But who knows, dude? That's what he's saying. All this
happens, yes. And he took her to the airport the next day. Which is
what? Was he your Uber driver?
I guess so. But I don't know what kind of relationship these two have, but I could see Dalvin Cook missing some time.
Mm-hmm.
Dude. I mean, think about the fantasy team you can make with just the players that are suspended right now. Deshaun Watson, Dalvin Cook. I mean, guys, Henry Rugg, you got a receiver, a quarterback, a running back. I mean, this is a pretty good fucking team. Fuck, dude. Well, who are the Vikings playing this week?
Oh, the Chargers. They're in LA.
Chargers are gonna win, because this kind of stuff never, like, it's all questioned. It's all, and then if more shit comes out before the Sunday, next thing you know, it's like, well, the Vikings have held out Dalvin Cook this week due to speculations of
The line hasn't really moved yet on that game either. It's still only 2.5.
Watch it move to who? The Chargers?
Yeah.
All day long. All day long.
Is that your lock of the week?
Lock of the week. I didn't even know they were playing each other, and it's the lock of the week. It's a lock of the week, dude. Based on just sheer gut. You want to see how the fucking sausage is made? You just saw it. I saw two opponents get pinned against each other in the moment. I weighed the options. I know what I know, and bingo. Guaranteed lock of the week. The Chargers win by at least 3 points. Done. If I'm wrong, Lucas, make a video. Put in right now. I'm going to let you put dicks. Watch. Ready? If I'm wrong about the Chargers.
You should save that for your Pornhub videos, Steve. Because your team fell again. You're now in 11th place with the least amount of points scored. You don't own the tiebreakers.
We never settled on the Pornhub thing. We merely floated it out there as suggestions.
First of all, you floated it out there, and now all of a sudden you're staring at 11th place, and your team is going in the wrong direction. Kyler Murray's not playing again this week. I'm telling you that right now. They're going to rest him. He's not 100%. They're going to rest him, and they won without him last week. They're not going to rush him back.
I love how you're talking shit about my guy that got sat out last minute, didn't play.
It wasn't last minute.
It was last minute to me.
Attention.
It was last minute to me. And then fucking, I don't have a quarterback, and you're taking like, oh, I beat him. What the fuck? That's like beating a person with one leg. I bet you they're tougher. Oscar Pistorius could have beat you up, Brenton, and he only had one leg, and he killed a person too.
He had 0 legs. First of all, he had no legs.
Oh my God, no way. He was like Lieutenant Dan.
Yeah.
No, I thought he had one leg and he ran with one prosthetic leg. He had no legs.
He had no legs. He ran with like those silver hook things.
Really?
Yeah.
Can someone pull up a picture of Oscar Pistorius, please?
Yeah, that's right here. Can you do you have put on screen sharing?
Yep. I don't remember the two legs or the two prosthetics. I only remember one.
No. He had no legs. He never had legs.
Amazing.
Never had legs, Steve.
One of the top murderers, and then you got to think about him and top murder athlete. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. I thought there was one. Man. Anyway, dude, he would beat the shit out of you.
Yeah, of course he would. I'm not saying he wouldn't, but facts are facts. I beat your team again.
It doesn't matter. I'm turning the ship around. I'm going to start to pay attention now. I'm settled into my house.
Okay. You got work to do, though. Your team is in shambles.
Baseball's done. Football's done. I'm shifting my focus to basketball now.
No one is cheering for you harder in Punch Drunk than me, because that is a league where one of us needs to show up, and you've just gone in the wrong direction. You're on you did beat Oligny, which is good. Yeah. You beat Oligny this last week, but again, you started Kyler Murray and you started someone else.
Again, I was surprised by this
on your bench
revelation that Kyler Murray all of a sudden, his cock wasn't working or whatever the hell happened.
No, it was an ankle.
God damn, these fucking quarterbacks that run. Stay in the pocket and throw the football, please. Do it. And then when they get around you, fall to the ground like a pussy.
Yeah, there's a small chance he plays, but I don't think he does, because they are playing.
Who?
Where are they? Who the hell are they playing this week?
By the way, did you see 5 gold gloves on the St. Louis Cardinals?
Yeah, that was pretty ridiculous. The
5
entire
gold
team.
gloves. Yeah. They start with the awards this week, so I'm excited about that.
They're playing Carolina. So
let's pull up. Well, we might as well pull up the fucking thing now, because I want to.
This is ridiculous. I don't know if I need to. Maybe I need to refresh or something. I'm only seeing like half the games on BetDSI.
Oh, really?
Here we go.
All right.
Sportsbook. Fire it up. NFL.
I know my luck already.
By the way, I cannot wait until
I got a decent amount of games here.
Betting is legal in California, because I was in Arizona and I'm looking at the DraftKings sportsbook. Like, I can bet on all these players and do individual betting, and their sportsbook is so much better.
Hey, by the way, did you see about this Newsom thing?
Which Newsom? Gavin Newsom?
Conspiracy theory news. Yeah, that he'd been gone for like 12 days out here, and people were like, where the hell is he?
What do you mean gone? Like
he was supposed to be at that climate summit and he canceled it. And then his wife like tweeted, you losers need a life and stuff. So yeah, because he got the booster jab and then they didn't see him for 11 days. So the conspiracy theorists out here in California are like, where the hell's Newsom?
Oh no, really?
Yeah, Google it. It's hilarious.
All I heard was Gavin Newsom explains lack of summit climate thing because his kids guilted him into hanging around for Halloween or something like that.
Yeah, that was his excuse, that his kids.
But I didn't read anything about it coinciding with the fact that he got the booster jab?
Yeah.
And so what?
So the last picture of him was like him flexing with his arm,
and then all of a sudden he's on a stretcher being taken up to the alien ship up there so they can probe him and put in the fucking, God damn it, dude. I ran into Tripoli this weekend, by the way. He says hello and loves everybody. So I love that guy.
That's all he said was hello, and he didn't go off for 2 hours or.
No, we kind of stayed on we kept it very civil. I was like, all right, here we go. But
small talk's a conspiracy, dude.
Dude, don't buy into it, bro.
The government wants you talking all day instead of asking questions.
All right, Sam, I'm gonna go back to the hotel now. Where was I? We were gonna get into the games. Hold on, I pulled my phone out. All right, here we go. Now I gave you my lock of the week already. I just based on just fucking arrogance.
Well, I mean, technically we don't know. While I agree with you, we don't know if the NFL is going to suspend him just because this just came out. So he may still play for a week or two before
it is Wednesday.
Happens.
I saw the pictures today, and none of these stories have ever gotten cleaner on the other end. They always get dirtier as they go along.
But would you like to do the Chargers on the money line or the Chargers -2.5?
You can get if it was Chargers -3.5, I'd still take the fucking Chargers and the points. Given 3.5. I'm telling you right now, they're covering fucking 2.5. They are covering this.
All right. And Lucas, you had something that you really liked?
Yeah, I got 2 games I love.
Okay.
My lock of the week, though, will be the Bills over the Jets. Give me the 13.
Jesus Christ. You're going to do it. I knew one of you was going to do it. I don't know why you're doing this. What do you notice? I don't bet on the Giants when they're teetering and like it's either over. You guys are still in this thing. I
bet on the Giants last week. That was the only game I got
because
right.
It's over.
My personal parlay.
It's over.
I can't get the Saints right week to week. I just fuck up the Saints.
We're not going to win anything. It's over. We suck. You either suck or you don't suck. We're in the suck category. So
again,
who gives a fuck?
I don't
care.
You suck. I just think you don't know how to win. It doesn't matter. You have a solid team. You have a solid.
You guys
foundation.
are still in the we don't suck category. So don't start betting on your team because especially this week. You can't blow it, and then you can't lose us the money because you fucking felt like you knew you can't blow it.
Well, hey, Steve, it's Lucas's money. He can do with it what he pleases.
It's his money, of course. I'm not gonna say the bet should not go in, but I'm just telling you right now.
Do you approve of the points on that bet? The 13.
I don't even know what the points are. I didn't look. I gotta stand
up. They
they
should win by.
Oh.
God, that was painful to watch.
Yeah.
They should win by 13. The hope is that they're so embarrassed from last week that they go into this week with a big fire under their ass and they do what they did to the Texans and what they did to the Dolphins and they have that kind of game. But again, the defense looked great and the defense should look great again against the Jets. And we
shoulda, coulda, woulda, bro. You fucking sucked last week and you better show up this week because not only are you going to lose the fucking Not only are you going to lose the division, you're going to lose Lucas money and a chance at the Super Bowl. So,
this is Lucas's pick, first of all. So don't put it on me. I don't own the Bills. Okay. I cheer for them, but you're making it seem like I'm running this organization into the ground. I'm just a guy.
Well, I'm telling you, you want to win a Super Bowl. This is how you have to do it. You got to scream like you own the fucking team.
We're going to beat the Jets by 3 touchdowns.
Dude.
Lock it in. The one that I really like this
week.
The
Jets are going to lose 2 weeks in a row by 2 touchdowns? They didn't.
Yes. Absolutely. They're as bad as the Jaguars and the Texans. Those are the 3 worst teams maybe to ever play football.
What did you just do to the Jaguars? You lost 9-6.
We took the week off. We had a lot of penalties. The offense looked bad. They'll be better.
Okay.
The Lions are the worst team in football, too.
No, they're not. No, they're not. The Lions are not the worst team in football. Absolutely not. And compared to those other 3 teams, the Lions have the best coach of those 3. They have a better coach than the Texans, better coach than the Jaguars.
Yeah, that guy's a weirdo, dude. I don't want that guy being my coach. That guy's a weirdo.
I like him.
All right.
And my lock this week was the Lions covering the 9 points that the Steelers are giving.
What are you saying?
No
what?
Way.
What?
Absolutely. Absolutely covering. Steelers are not a good team. They just have a very good coach that is able to disguise the fact that they're not a good team.
Dude, the Steelers went toe-to-toe with the fucking Browns, the Bears last week.
And you're going to say the Bears are a good team?
Well, they're better than the fucking Lions. I know that for sure. Now, are they 9 points better? I'm not sure.
The Lions are coming off a bye week. They've been competitive and all, but I think
this is on the road in Pittsburgh, dude. I don't like it.
I like the Lions to cover.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Richie Taylor's going to be there too.
If you guys want to veto me, that's one thing. But I'm going to be pissed when the Lions cover and maybe even win that game.
Hey, it's your pick.
I mean, it's your pick.
It is my pick. It is my pick.
Then do it, you pussy.
Lock it in. Lock it in.
Lock it in. You're wrong. Lock it in.
We'll see.
Question.
I was right about the Titans Jets.
I really like
Jets. I was fucking one injury away. If Mike White didn't get hurt, I'm covering no fucking problem. You know it, and I know it, and so does Mike White. And so does Mr. White, and so does Mr. Pink.
You're making excuses now. I'm not allowed to make excuses for the Bills, but you're making excuses for the Jets.
Just like before, I wasn't allowed to act the victim. Now you can act the victim.
Bills lost. The Jets lost.
Okay.
Period.
Great.
Hey, I got another lock, and I'm curious your opinion because I don't know if this is a misprint. But Denver and Philly, Denver is only a 2.5-point favorite. That seems like I think they're going to beat the shit out of Philly, especially at home.
Dude, well, these are two Jekyll and Hyde teams coming at you now. You don't know
Yeah.
what you're getting with Denver. Who the fuck knows which Denver team's showing up?
And Philly's starting to run the ball and establish the run, and so everyone's playing better on that offense. They weren't running the ball before, and then Jalen Hurts was making mistakes because it was all on him. And I don't know if I would trust because Hurts is a decent quarterback, and that offense can move the ball. I don't really trust Denver's offense to be able to do a whole lot week to week. And they're coming off a huge win. So I don't know if I would make that a lock. It really is kind of a pick on which team is going to show up for either.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. The Broncos, they'll be home.
I like the Raiders at home against the Chiefs.
I was going to go the other way. I think the Chiefs win now. I think the Chiefs are like, hey, man, it's time to fucking play. Otherwise, we're not going to be in this thing. So, and I think the Raiders are obviously going the other direction. So I think the Chiefs beat the Raiders, but I don't know about the points. 2.5 is like, I don't really care about it that much. If it's
how about the Colts minus 10.5 hosting the Jaguars?
Stay
you
away
want to
from
get
the
bit by
Jags.
the
They're
fucking
good.
Jags again?
They're good. Don't fuck with them. I
You want
think
to
they're
get
not
bit by
as
the
bad
Jags?
as,
Yeah.
The Colts are going to win that game.
You want to feed that tiger again? I don't think that's a good idea, dude.
Jonathan Taylor is going to have 200 yards.
Dude, Wentz will throw an interception to Josh Allen. Josh Allen will have multiple picks in multiple weeks.
That was his first career interception, was it not?
Yeah. The red zone guy was losing his mind. He was losing his mind when Josh Allen got a sack, fumble recovery, and an interception off Josh Allen. The red zone analyst couldn't handle it.
Dude, ESPN, it was like the top story is Josh Allen sacks Josh Allen. It would they couldn't even believe that it happened.
What about Baltimore going to Miami?
Well, no, I've got a good one too. Go ahead. Baltimore, Miami.
Yeah. Do we want minus 7.5 or just throw them on the money line?
Just put them on the money line. You never know with Baltimore. But here's what I do know. I do know that the New England Patriots are going to beat the fucking Cleveland Browns. And no Nick Chubb. He's on the COVID list.
Ernest Johnson's going to have a great week.
Okay. New England will certainly cover 1.5. It's almost a pick 'em. I think that for sure.
Chubb may play. He's vaccinated, so he just needs 2 negative tests.
You're vaccinated. He's not playing. So we'll see, dude. We'll see.
We'll see. If he gets the negative tests on Friday and Saturday, he's good to go.
I still like New England. Sorry. But if you don't, you don't. And that's fine. If you don't.
No, I'm with you on that. Belichick.
And I think
that's a revenge game.
Yeah, 1.5 is.
That's the game that fucks us.
Why? Why is that? That's the game?
That's the game that fucks us.
You think that's the game we get greedy on? Not your horseshit fucking, what was it?
9 points to the Steelers. The Steelers can barely put 25 points together week in, week out. The Lions are not going to get shut out. God, that's way more of a lock than basically a pick 'em against the Browns.
Jonah's playing the euphonium. You know the euphonium, that instrument that's like, it looks like a mini tuba. And the first 3 notes of the Curb Your Enthusiasm intro is bump, bump, bump. And I'm trying to teach him how to play that on the euphonium. And if we do, I want to hear that music over Brenton. Like, I'm telling you right now. Bump, bump, bump. Just over his.
Look, man, where I'm sitting last week, it was me against the two of you with the Titans and the Jets, and I was right.
You're sitting,
you're not 100% every week.
Where you're sitting is 2.5 feet off the ground, because when you stand up, you're only 5.5 feet off the ground. Please do me a favor. Don't lecture me on who's going to win and who's not going to win. I'm telling you, you're wrong on yours. Don't fucking tell me I'm wrong on mine.
I didn't tell you wrong on yours. I agree. The Chargers are going to beat the Vikings.
But now all of a sudden you don't like the Patriots over. You don't like the Patriots.
No, it's a pick 'em. It's a pick 'em.
But yeah, Nick Chubb's gonna play. They're gonna test.
Nick Chubb could still play. And if he doesn't, Dearness Johnson looked like a Pro Bowler the week that Nick Chubb was out.
Well, they have a good offensive line. What do you want me to fucking tell you?
So they could run against the Patriots, control the ball, and win that game.
Not against Billy B at home, dude. The guy's sniffing your panties. You don't think he's coming for you? Come on, dude.
All right, I'll put it in there, but that's the one that fucks us.
Great. When it doesn't, I can't wait for you to eat my ass.
So right now we have the Chargers -2.5, the Bills -12.5, the Lions +9, the Ravens -400 on the money line.
Bingo.
And the Patriots -1 at
Thank you.
-118. $50 will net us.
Get it?
671.
712.
685 and 41 cents.
Nice job, Lucas.
Thank you. I'm getting good at this.
Big time.
Now,
big
that
time.
Is locked in. And I am going to put a big bet against the Patriots this week.
Oh, you dunce.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I'm excited to announce that 2 weeks from today, we're going to be having our Thanksgiving celebration on the podcast. We will be having a 50 donut hall Dunkin' Donuts eat off. We're gonna it's gonna be crazy. You guys will be wherever you want to be. We'll all do it via Zoom where our places are. We will make sure that they're all 50 donuts in there. They are regular, normal size donuts. I'll have some guests here with me. It's gonna be a sprint.
Wait,
so start
you mean
preparing.
donut holes, not regular size donuts.
Yeah, like munchkins. We call them
Okay.
munchkins here.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's politically correct anymore. So we call them munchkins. That's what we call them. Donut holes, pop-ems, whatever the fuck you want to call them, dude. You know what they are. You get them at Dunkin' Donuts.
I wouldn't be able to eat 10 regular size donuts.
So it's 50. It's going to be a sprint. First person empty their box is the fucking declared the donut champion, the whole champion, all holes champion. We'll figure out the name of it. But that'll be our Thanksgiving feast. And that'll be in 2 weeks. But anything else you guys want to?
God, that's so bad.
What do you mean it's bad?
Well, I'm just thinking about the logistics. So we're going to do that the day before Thanksgiving. So we're all going to gain 400 pounds this holiday season.
Yeah.
We're going to eat 50 well, first of all, Lucas and I are going to eat 50 donuts. You're going to eat like 12 and start crying. And then your friends will probably eat like 40 to 50 each.
Buddy, I'm fucking winning this thing. Okay.
You've said that about every contest we've ever done.
Yeah, I know, but hot dogs are fun. Hot dogs are fun, and they can be tasty to a certain extent. But we're talking sugar, dude. That is my wheelhouse. Okay. I was born.
If anyone wants to bet on this, any of the listeners, this is the guy that ate 2.5 meatballs and then started crying.
Bro, it's going to be done for you. So just be ready. Okay. It's done for you. I might not even do one at a time. Okay. That's what she said. That's the podcast for this week.
On air.
I can't do this anymore with you. I can't. Between the bills and everything else, you break my back has already bothered me enough. I've already gone on 2 10 sessions while I've been doing this podcast, and I don't want to start a third one. Please don't aggravate me. I'm going to Hershey Park this weekend, and I've got to be able to be moving around. Yeah, taking the kids to a fucking Hershey Park. We'll see how that goes. Rides, chocolate. What could go wrong? Anyway,
let's get on a coaster.
Yeah. Anyway, that's the podcast for this week. Thank you very much. We had, by the way, we also had a great time listening or watching the Monday night game we did this past week with our Patreon members. So if you know anyone that wants to do that with us, tell them to join the Patreon, and we're going to send out a link next time we do it, which should be real soon. So that's it for this week. Thank you guys for listening, and we'll talk to you next week.
Go Bills.
Go Bills.